The following program is a paid presentation by Maverick Multimedia Incorporated.
SST is brought to you by Stark Auto Sales, home of the ultimate worldwide scratch and dent car sale. Hey friends, I'm Rick Walker. Welcome to another edition of the SST Car Show. Let's jump right into it, shall we? With my opinion on why I think no-fault insurance basically sucks. If you live in a state or a province where you have no-fault insurance, you're going to want to pay attention. Hey everybody, Rick Walker, the SST Car Show, here with an opinion on no-fault insurance and why I think it sucks. Now this opinion really comes from a personal experience where I was involved in a collision in this parking lot just a few days ago. It's empty right now. This is after business hours. This did happen a few days ago, okay? But here's what happened. I pull into this parking lot over here. I'm driving down what is obviously the main thoroughfare, okay? There's another driver right back over here. He can't see me very well for two reasons. One, I'm just emerging from what was a pickup truck here where this vehicle is parked. It wasn't this vehicle, it was a pickup truck, but a big one. And he comes from that corner over there. And he's barreling along at about 40 to 50 kilometers an hour. Way too fast in my view in a parking lot. He can't stop. I bring my vehicle to a halt just at the last second before he actually does collide with me, but I come to a halt right here, but his vehicle, he can't stop it. He runs into the front of my car. So my car is basically a write-off now. It's probably not something that is worth repairing. I don't carry collision insurance, and I'm not upset about that. That's my personal choice. So I'm not going to put in a claim. But I have to cover the cost of the repairs or the replacement of my vehicle myself. The other driver, he does have collision coverage. He's putting in a claim. They'll pay to fix his vehicle. But I can't do anything to go after him. Now, I do have a witness who says it's not my fault. I could potentially try to sue him because this was in a parking lot, not on a highway or a street. So the Highway Traffic Act, it doesn't really apply here in the same way. This is more of a civil matter at this point. But the insurance is still no fault. And it's kind of a big deal because what it really does is it protects bad drivers and it protects insurance companies. It protects the bad drivers because the driver who is at fault is treated the same as the driver who was not at fault. It also, under no-fault insurance, prohibits or limits your ability to sue an insurance company if you feel they've mishandled your case. It also limits payouts if you're injured in an accident. And in many cases, people have found that the payouts that they get if they're disabled over the long term and unable to work is not adequate for them to live. This is a big problem. But no-fault insurance in states and provinces across Canada and the United States has been sold to the public as something that's good and will reduce insurance premiums for people overall. Now that may be true, but that's only because people have less insurance. There's less coverage. It sounds like a good thing, and people think that they're not going to be held responsible because it's no-fault insurance. But the reality is everybody ends up paying. The guy who hit me is going to end up paying more, about 15 to 20% more likely for his insurance now that he's put in a claim. I have to pay for my vehicle because it's been wiped out and I have to replace it myself at my expense. Or if I had put in a claim through my insurance company, then my insurance rates would go up 15 to 20%. And I have no recourse, even though in my view it wasn't my fault, or if you're involved in an accident that isn't your fault, you're still gonna have to pay. Now, what universe does that seem fair? I don't think it's fair at all. I think that the driver who is responsible for driving carelessly should be the one who is responsible for covering the damages, them and their insurance company, and then they should pay the price over the long term with higher rates, higher premiums. But you see, and here's the icing on the cake. After I exchanged information with the other driver, went home, did an internet search, found out that this guy had robbed a cab driver just a few weeks earlier. But he went to court and he's right back out on the street, got himself a new car just recently, and that's what he hit me with in this parking lot. Again, you know, I think this is a symptom of a larger problem, a reflection of a larger problem in our society today where people are not held accountable for their actions. That might sound appealing to some people because it's like, oh, it doesn't matter if you're in an accident. It doesn't even matter if it's your fault because nobody wants to be in an accident. You can drive as carelessly as you want to. You won't be held accountable because it's no fault insurance. It's nobody's fault. Well, yeah, it is somebody's fault. And what ends up happening today, though, is everybody ends up losing. And in my view, that's a really big problem. And that's why when it comes to no-fault insurance, we should all probably be saying no thanks. I'm Rick Walker. You're watching the SST Car Show. Don't go away, there's more SST right around the corner. Entertainment is back for 2019 at Steve Plunkett's Fleetwood Country Cruise Inn. Bigger than ever with 2 concert nights, capping off Canada's biggest outdoor car show. Friday, May 31st, see Paul Revere's Raiders, Gary Lewis and the Playboys,
This diamond ring doesn't shine for me anymore,
Mitch Ryder, and Peter Rivera of Rare Earth. Saturday, thousands of classics, customs, and street rods roll in. Meet celebrities including custom car legend Gene Winfield, along with TV stars Joe and Amanda of Iron Resurrection. Saturday night's dinner concert features Tony Orlando under the big top. The car show continues Sunday. It's an automotive extravaganza like no other. May 31st to June 2nd, 9282 Alviage Drive, London, Ontario. Visit FleetwoodCountryCruiseIn.com.
Turn back the hands of time with antique Chevrolet parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. No tail fins? We have your parts. Call us toll-free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person or go to AntiqueChev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.
Watch movies, sports, and TV shows with no monthly fees. Get your Super Geeks Android TV box. Simply connect to your TV with the supplied HDMI cable and connect to Wi-Fi. Watch what you want when you want, on demand in high definition, even 4K. A great alternative to cable, Netflix, satellite, and video rentals. Don't settle for a smart TV. Turn your TV into a genius with a Super Geeks Android TV box. Boxes start as low as $39.99 with full warranty. Pays for itself. Select from thousands of free online shows. We even provide remote service so you'll never be without your TV. Updates itself automatically. 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-866-248-1490. That's 1-866-248-1490. Or order online at supergeeks.tv. That's supergeeks.tv.
SuperGeeks.tv presents the Genesis Retro Video Game Console. 81 classic Genesis video games included for just $45.99. Get Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, Virtua Fighter 2, Altered Beast, the Phantasy Star series, the Sonic series, and many, many more. All included. Call 1-866-248-1490. Comes with 2 controllers. This all-new Genesis system is ready to plug and play on any TV. Order your Genesis retro video game system at supergeeks.tv or call 1-866-248-1490. That's 1-866-248-1490. The classic Genesis video games you love from the source you trust, supergeeks.tv. Hey friends, welcome back to the SST Car Show. And now here it is, our list of the best SST vehicles of the year. These are the SST Best Vehicles of the Year. Best Truck, Chevy Colorado. The Colorado is sized right and priced right for everyday driving. It's big enough to pick up substantial cargo, but small enough to remain reasonably fuel efficient, delivering around 26 miles per gallon on the highway. It's facing new competition from vehicles like the new Ford Ranger, but it's a proven performer with a wide range of trim options, accessory options, and engine options with both 4- and 6-cylinder power plants available. With a starting price at just over $21,000, it offers exceptional performance, versatility, and value, which is why it is the SST Truck of the Year. Best Touring Car, Buick Regal GS. This year's best touring car may come as a surprise. The Buick Regal GS has a 3-liter turbocharged engine producing 310 horsepower. The car is tight and extremely refined. If it didn't have a Buick nameplate on it, you would think it's a high-end European import. Surprise! In fact, it is. The car is built in Germany. The styling turns heads, and it's fun to drive. Handles great. It does it all for a fraction of the price of its high-end European and Japanese competitors. Best SUV, Chevy Equinox. Versatility and value make the Chevy Equinox a class leader and the SST SUV of the year. The Equinox comes with fuel-efficient turbocharged engine options, even a diesel engine option. You can choose from 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive, and it's big and robust enough to tow up to 1,800 kilos. It's a people mover and a cargo mover, and it's a great family vehicle option. It's a much better vehicle than most realize. Best sports car, Jaguar F-Type. The F-Type is balanced and powerful. Choose from 4, 6, or 8-cylinder engine options with as much as 575 horsepower. And you have hair-raising performance and tight handling in a package that pays tribute to Jaguar heritage and classic sports car styling. Inside, the cockpit is finely crafted. Only upscale leathers and fabrics are used. It's just better inside, at a price that begins somewhere approaching a bargain. It's a sports car that doesn't leave you fatigued even after a long drive. Indeed, it is refinement that sets this vehicle apart. It's a sports car without the harsh, uncomfortable shortcomings that often accompany a sports car. It is as close to sports car perfection as we have come across. It is the Jaguar F-Type. It is the SST Sports Car of the Year. Best Pony Car, Ford Mustang. The Ford Mustang is once again the SST Best Pony Car of the Year. No V6 engine options here anymore, only a Turbo 4, which is a whole lot of fun, and V8s. The Mustang is a proven performer, and its fit and finish is superior to its main competitors, the Chevy Camaro and Dodge Challenger. The driver experience will vary widely depending on the version of Mustang chosen, but that is one of the reasons it tops our SST Best Vehicles list again this year. There are lots of different types of Mustangs to choose from, and it remains a runaway success, which is why it's pretty much the only car Ford is going to make moving forward as the company begins to focus almost exclusively on SUVs and trucks. Best Sport Compact, Honda Civic Type R. The Honda Civic Type R is a lightweight 306 horsepower mini monster. It sits low and handles like a go-kart on steroids. Some say it's overstyled, but the body panels really just send a message to other drivers on the road that this is no ordinary Civic. The 2-liter 4-cylinder engine delivers performance that makes this a wannabe race car. This is a car that can run with Corvettes and sports cars costing 2, 3, and even 4 times its price. The interior, with its red accents, is comfortable yet supportive, and inside it screams performance. The ride is a bit harsh, but that's only because it puts performance first. The steering is tight and quick. It comes with R mode, sport mode, comfort mode, but whatever mode you choose, there is no normal mode because the Civic Type R is no normal Civic. It shows just how far this front-wheel drive platform can be taken. It dominates in this segment of the market, and that's why it is the SST Sport Compact of the year. Best electric vehicle, Chevrolet Bolt. The Chevy Bolt is a game changer. It can travel 238 miles on a single charge. Its electric motor produces the equivalent of 200 horsepower. It can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.5 seconds. It does all that for a price, after subsidies, that makes it comparable to a conventional car, making it one of the first truly practical electric vehicles. It's a lot less expensive than a Tesla. Combined with the Chevrolet network of dealers to provide support and service, and you have this year's SST Electric Vehicle of the Year. Best Small SUV, Hyundai Kona. The SUV market has become so big, it's only fitting that we split the category to feature our favorite small SUV for this year, the Hyundai Kona. This is a versatile vehicle that is aimed at younger buyers and families. It's a lively little SUV with distinct styling. It is comfortable and agile around town. It's easy to park, and the interior is surprisingly well crafted for a vehicle in this category. It comes packed with lots of the latest tech. It's tight, and for its size, it's quiet inside. The overall quality seems to be above average. All things considered, it is one of the best small SUVs for the money on the market, and it is the SST Car Show Small SUV of the Year. Best supercar, Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. The Aventador SVJ is a work of art that uses design to cut through the air while simultaneously shaping the emotions of its driver. The car is designed to direct air not just over the vehicle to create downforce, but through portions of the car as well. Its naturally aspirated V12 engine propels this beast from a full stop to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.8 seconds. Top speed is 351 kilometers per hour. That's 212 miles per hour. It's an amazing machine, and it is our SST Car Show Supercar of the Year. Stay with us, folks. There's more SST right after this. Entertainment is back for 2019 at Steve Plunkett's Fleetwood Country Cruise Inn. Bigger than ever, with 2 concert nights, capping off Canada's biggest outdoor car show. Friday, May 31st, see Paul Revere's Raiders, Gary Lewis and the Playboys,
This diamond ring doesn't shine for me anymore.
Mitch Ryder, and Peter Rivera of Rare Earth. Saturday, thousands of classics, customs, and street rods roll in. Meet celebrities including custom car legend Gene Winfield, along with TV stars Joe and Amanda of Iron Resurrection. Saturday night's dinner concert features Tony Orlando under the big top. The car show continues Sunday. It's an automotive extravaganza like no other. May 31st to June 2nd, 9282 Alviage Drive, London, Ontario. Visit FleetwoodCountryCruiseIn.com.
Watch movies, sports, and TV shows with no monthly fees. Get your Super Geeks Android TV box. Simply connect to your TV with the supplied HDMI cable and connect to Wi-Fi. Watch what you want when you want, on demand in high definition, even 4K. A great alternative to cable, Netflix, satellite, and video rentals. Don't settle for a smart TV. Turn your TV into a genius with a Super Geeks Android TV box. Boxes start as low as $39.99 with full warranty. Pays for itself. Select from thousands of free online shows. We even provide remote service so you'll never be without your TV. Updates itself automatically. 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-866-248-1490. That's 1-866-248-1490. Or order online at supergeeks.tv. That's supergeeks.tv.
Register now for a better way to buy a car at StarkAutoSales.com. Just click register for free and buy where the dealers buy. Hundreds of insurance claim vehicles auctioned every week from Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Calgary, and Edmonton. Visit in person or bid from anywhere online. Stark ships worldwide. Parts cars, rebuildable wrecks, damage-free theft recoveries. Click register and save at StarkAutoSales.com.
Turn back the hands of time with antique Chevrolet parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. Nose to tail fins, we have your parts. Call us toll free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person or go to antiquechev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.
Bring back the excitement with these all-new Super Geeks retro video game consoles. Choose from the 600-game NES style or the 621-game SNES style. Super Mario, Street Fighter, Tetris, Pac-Man, and hundreds of other classic video games included. Plug and play on any modern TV and enjoy yesterday's classic games in full high definition. HDMI cable included. Systems come with 2 controllers. Order now from a real person at 1-866-248-1490. That's 1-866-248-1490. Or order online at supergeeks.tv. That's supergeeks.tv. Don't be fooled by cheaper systems. Super Geeks systems use modern HDMI cables for modern full HD quality. 1-866-248-1490. Supergeeks.tv. Super Geeks retro video game consoles, bringing the past into the future. Hey friends, welcome back to the SST Car Show. Does rust proofing work? Those oil sprays? Well, we went out and bought a 1990 Honda Civic that has been oil sprayed every single year since its birth, and then driven every single year in a Canadian winter on roads where salt is used. Salt, of course, tends to eat away at cars. Here's what we found. One of the common questions that people have is, does rust proofing on vehicles work? Now, we picked up this car just recently, and as you can see, it's a pretty sweet little deal. And in spite of its age, and even though it has been driven in Canada, in Ontario, where salt is used on the roads extensively in the winter to melt the ice, this car has almost no rust on it. And as a result, it's still a viable, drivable, sweet little car. Even here in the wheel wells, as you can see, there is like virtually no rust. Now, what is it that saved this car's life? Quite simply, it's the fact that this thing has been rust-proofed extensively over the years throughout its life. Now, one of the things that really kills a car is the rust that gets into the seams, and it just eats away at the bottoms of the doors. But this car, as you can see, has been extensively rust-proofed. All that black that you're seeing right here, all this, that's oil that has been sprayed inside these doors. And it's gotten all inside, and it creeps along in the seams, and it preserves the car. Underneath, the floors, this is an area, and the rocker panels, these things generally rot out. Sometimes after only about 4 or 5 or 6 years, sometimes there's almost nothing left. In these quarter panels and the rocker panels and the floors and inside these wheel wells, and especially up here, this is where you'll find a lot of rust, but not on this car. This is the only real major spot of rust, and that's not even major, that's a little spot of rust. And this is a car that's from 1990. It's all solid, all metal. This thing has not been painted. This is original paint on this vehicle. How bad was the rad?
Decently bad.
Decently bad? So describe the rad.
It's older than me.
So here under the hood, you may take a look in here. Now this is not pretty, right? And to the average person, you might think, well, that's a grungy old car. But this is what has saved this car's life. This, all this black stuff, it's all rust-proofing oil. And it's designed to stick. And you can see that originally, if you look closely, there's a gold color to it. And kind of a yellow color. And that's what it looks like when it's clean and new. But over time, of course, dirt and grime sticks to it, so it turns to kind of almost a muddy texture. But look how much there is on this car. It's just been oiled and oiled and oiled and oiled. Somebody loved this car at some point enough to just keep on rust-proofing it year over year. They probably put rust-proofing on every single year just before winter, before driving it. And this car was driven in the winter in the slush and the snow through the years, all the way back to its original birth back in 1990. So if you're wondering if rust-proofing works on a car, this is proof positive that it really does. And if you oil them regularly, oil them every year before you take them out on the road in the winter, you can actually drive them year-round and still have a car that will survive. You can keep the thing who knows for how long if you really, really take care of it and rust-proof it over the years. Well, friends, that's all the time we have today. So until next time, I'm Rick Walker reminding you, when you can't get to the car show, we will bring the car show to you online at SSTcarshow.com. And remember, drive free or die.
Maverick Multimedia production.